Hello everyone, this is Kaizouwar here, and I kind of wanted to talk about BlazBlue Alternative Dark War because, it's going to be shutting its services down on January 31st of this month. So I thought, you know what, why not? I wanted an excuse to talk about this game, talk about a little bit of my history with it. I can't really call it history because, I've been playing the game on and off, but I just want to talk about the game. I just want an excuse to talk about it. So, BlazBlue Alternative Dark War, it's a complicated game to talk about, It's really a complicated game. It's a mobile gacha game that contains important story lore content that takes place after the events of BlazBlue Central Fiction. Okay, fair enough. It's Japanese only, which means there's no way I could have understood it without, watching someone else translate it or watch YouTube videos about it, but I think that really didn't matter. I just wanted to play the game to just see what was going to happen, I wanted to play it right as everyone else was playing it, right? And I know it came out as February 16th, I might be wrong, February 16th of 2021. And funny enough, the game's been in development for like 4 years. They talked about it in 2017, and then we didn't hear shit about it until 2018, but they said the game was still in development. Then 2019, they brought some more stuff. Still didn't release the game until 2021. Right out of nowhere, I was like, oh, really? Damn. I mean, granted, I guess it wasn't really out of nowhere because they did make a bunch of videos talking about it, gameplay trailers, story trailers, all that junk. They live streams, not trailers, live streams and trailers too. They did all that just to, build up some hype, I guess, for the game. And just to tell, the game's coming, it's actually coming this time. And I remember when it came out, and I was still like, not the game, but like the first trailer. And I was asleep, man. I woke up, and I just saw that shit on my feed. I was like, no way, there's no way it's out right. There's no way, man. There's no way they brought a trailer Alternative Dark War. I was dreaming because that game's been like, unseen and mostly unheard for like 4 years, man, until this point. I was like, oh God. So, okay, fine. I wanted to play it. The game came out. I wanted to be, with everyone else playing it. And the game didn't work too well on any of my devices. And it kind of sucked, really, because I actually wanted to play the game. I don't do gacha games, but it's BlazBlue, so I gave it a pass, really. But it didn't play well on any of my devices, so I just kept going on and off, and I eventually just got sick of it and stopped playing it, right? And I think I still stuck around to watch what units were going to get in the game. I wanted to see what was going to happen, and I wanted to see, who was actually going to get in the game. It shocked me, certain characters that got it. I was like, oh my God, they brought Fuzzy to BlazBlue Alternative Dark War. Oh God, they brought characters like Chachikaka or I don't know, I'm trying to think of someone off the top of my head, Mayfang Lapis Lazuli. Or hell, they had a goddamn crossover with they had like a crossover with Grand Blue. That's freaking awesome. And sad it's the only crossover they ever got. Can I just talk about that for a second? I know BlazBlue Alternative Dark War only lasted for about 11 months, because once it hits January 31st, it'll be just literally 11 months. But that's what sucks about all this. The game could have lasted longer. I understand there's probably an issue. Maybe people weren't playing it. Maybe people aren't interested. Maybe they can't keep servers up. I don't know the exact reason as to why. I know Mori made a statement, but I don't remember what he said that regards this game. Maybe there's a reason for it. I don't know. But the point is, it sucks that the game just has to go out like this, because honestly, there's like a ton of more characters and a lot more things that could have been done with it. It really is sad, but I can understand some games just, gotta keep up that cost of, being the games they are, You have to have people playing it, or the game just doesn't stick, obviously it won't stick around. If nobody plays the game, what's the point of keeping the servers up? Because you gotta pay for that shit, right? And it sucks because, the game gets when I see this game get a crossover between Grand Blue, it gave me faith that this game was going to last a little bit longer. It's not rare these mobile games get crossovers, but normally the games that get crossovers stay around for a while. But Alternative Dark War only had the one, and that kind of sucks because it feels weird just to have that one. So to me, it feels like the game had the crossover to try to save itself. I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit too much of a cynical look on things, but it feels like it just had this crossover Grand Blue just to try to save itself to the last minute, because not too long after that the game had an announcement that, hey, we're closing services, I apologize, we're gonna try to put the story of Alternative Dark War somewhere else. And I hope to me personally, they could do a light novel or anything like that to put the story of Alternative Dark War into it. I personally want the next BlazBlue game to have the rest of the story to Alternative Dark War. I want it. I really do want it because I want to see if how they're going to tie that in, you know, how they're going to do with that. Plus, it gives an excuse for me to play the game and have it in English because I know they're going to honestly localize it. But yeah, as for me playing Alternative Dark War, after I couldn't play after my devices went down, I just kind of stuck around and watched other people play it. I watched what units got in the game. I think I didn't pick the game up again until like Juson, aka 13, got dropped. Funny enough, I pulled her on my first pull. Never gonna get over that. The moment her banner dropped and the moment I got my chance to do a first pull, got her. Now I don't know if she was like a guaranteed pull, because like I saw some other people who tried to pull for her banner and didn't get her. So I don't know, but the fact that I got her my first pull, I was freaking awesome. I didn't play much after that. I honestly just wanted to pull her because, you know, I've been waiting to see what they were going to do with New 13 after Essential Fiction. So I was like, okay, awesome. Thank you. Epic. So yeah, after all that, I just kind of just like, you know, just sat around, watched Alternative Dark War. It felt weird to try to talk about the game because like there's like a lot more people around. I wanted to ask questions, but no one was really giving me decent answers. Honestly, no one was really trying to answer my damn questions. I think trying to be involved with Alternative Dark War is that kind of thing. Like, if you didn't know Japanese and you really didn't know like the people who are deep into this game, you're not going to learn anything. I tried. I did homework videos on the wiki. I tried asking around. No one would answer my questions at all. So I kind of just sat around thinking, well, damn. I only had one other option, and that was go to the BlazBlue wiki and maybe look up some translations that people left around about events and whatnot. That was the only thing I had left because no one would answer my questions. Like, I know some questions probably couldn't have been answered, but I wanted to ask some simple, like, okay, what happens in this event, or what happens at this point, and no one would answer me. I was like, damn it, man! I hate not knowing Japanese. Shit. Actually, it's not knowing that. I just hate that no one would answer my questions. But anyway, enough about that. I didn't really pick up. I kind of just like I played the game. I dropped it for a bit. Picked up when Juson was released. Dropped it again, and I picked up when I think Tokiwa came out. And first of all, I was like, "Oh shit, Tsubaki's here. Let's go. Let's effing go." Never pulled. Well, I mean, I know I think she was a guaranteed like you get her after you've done her event, but I was just too lazy to do that event. I think like because that was around the time when they just like announced that she was. The game was going to shut servers down, and I just felt so bummed out. I didn't even play the game itself. I actually played it a little bit, but I was like, I just can't do it. Like, I felt so demotivated because I was like, man, what's the point of playing? The game's going to get shut down. That's what I felt like. It bummed the shit out of me. I wanted to play her event to get her, but like I was like, It's like one of those things you know it's going to end, and like, what's the point, you know? So like, I just felt so bummed out. I was like, I don't want to do this shit. Even though I didn't stick too much with Alternative Dark War, I did like having the game around, you know? Like, I mean, hell, like, anything with BlazBlue Story content in it, and anything that gives new life to BlazBlue in some fashion is always a good thing. And, you know, Mori been wanting to do this. This is his project, you know what I mean? Because he's not confined by the restrictions of a fighting game. He wants to tell his own visual novel story. He wanted to make it play like Fate Grand Order, and let him do it. You know, it's shit. Like, you know, but it just didn't work out. You know, either maybe not too many people playing it. You know, just a bunch of factors that could have, you know, easily gone to why Alternative Dark War is the way it is. You know, mobile games are not cheap to produce, and they are not cheap to maintain. You got to pay for servers and all that shit. And it's a free mobile game. They're giving you the game for free, but you got to pay for it, you know, through in-game purchase if you really want some shit. Mobile games like live on that stuff. So if no one's playing it and interested, then they're just wasting their money at the end of the day. And I think that's what happened to BlazBlue Alternative Dark War. It's just BlazBlue is a niche series. It doesn't matter whether you are in America or Japan. I don't know how big BlazBlue is over in Japan, but it's still like, you know, not a big series. It's not a big series. Hell, even games like Guilty Gear, that's been around for 20 years, is just now hitting its stride. You know what I mean? So like games like BlazBlue are not big games, even over in Japan. So like BlazBlue is just not going to have that kind of pull that some other series have. Like some games, you know, other mobile games like that don't have like an intellectual property attached to them, they're able to live because, you know, there's some things they do well. There's some things they just, you know, do well. There's some things they just bring more to the table. And BlazBlue Alternative Dark War isn't a bad mobile game because honestly, it gives you opportunities and gives you chances. And it's, for me, from when I played it was pretty generous with the gacha. Hell, they even gave you an infinite pull the very first time you play the game. But The thing, I don't know. Maybe it's just BlazBlue. You know what I mean? Maybe it's because of BlazBlue, it just wasn't gonna do well. You know, like maybe it's just like Mori. This is more like one of Mori's projects. You know, this is something Mori wanted to do, but like. I guess if you're not, getting your, price, if you're not getting your money back from all this stuff, if you're not just, you're not getting any profits in turn for if not people are playing it, I guess it's just, lost cause at that point, and that kind of sucks. But for what they were able to do for the time they had it up, it was actually pretty crazy. They had like a bunch of alternate outfits for the characters. They brought in characters that were just manga only, and we finally got art of them, light novel only. Like, it's crazy that now we can live in a timeline where like characters like Saya Terumi have official goddamn artwork. I mean, official artwork, not like something from like that singular image from BlazBlue Blush Experience. We finally have official art of most of these characters. It just sucks that we're not gonna see more of that in this mobile game. Again, but the game did set up for like a great way, like with all these character sprites made and move sets, planned out at least. We could actually see how they would theoretically look and play like in the next BlazBlue game. If they maybe were able to be playable in BlazBlue Fighting Game, we at least know what, hey, if Shiori Kirihito was able to be playable in the next BlazBlue Fighting Game, here's what she looks like. Oh, if wacky shenanigans and we could just bring inside Terry from the next BlazBlue game, this is what she'll look like. Like, I think not only BlazBlue Alternative Dark War was a good way of trying to get a BlazBlue into mobile form, I think it's a good way of like having a template for these characters possibly being playable sometime. I like it. Plus, all the art they released for the game was actually pretty good. I like that stuff. I like all that Grimoire art, and I just wish we had more of that. That's one thing I'm going to miss the most, all that art. Definitely going to miss all that art. Now, I know it's BlazBlue. They can't help but make art, so I obviously know maybe the next BlazBlue game, I hope they actually like put the Grimoire art from this game to the next BlazBlue Fighting game or whatever. Definitely want to see that, because it'll suck if all this art went to waste. Or maybe they can make an art book for BlazBlue Alternative Dark War. There's enough artwork to justify an art book at this point. And yeah, I mean, like, there's not much that really happened after, the announcement termination. People are still playing the game. Mori did release some art on his Twitter. He did release some artwork, like, this swimsuit Sai here. Also, he released some art if Ragna was going to be playable, which sucks because now that we know he was going to make it, he just didn't make it in time. And also, he released some art about Tokiwa with the mask on, which looks way cooler than her, like, little face, tiny baby Hakumen face mask. And there's also, the announcement that BlazBlue Central Fiction, BlazBlue Cross-Tag Battle are going to get rollback netcode. Well, Central Fiction already has it. BBTAG will get it. And that's the good thing about this. Like, well, I can't say this is really a good thing, but I think something good at least came out of the termination, and that's, the rollback for Central Fiction and BBTAG. Because my original video about the termination of BlazBlue Alternative Dark War, I was really bummed out. I was honestly very, very bummed out, and I didn't know what was going to happen next. And I was like, God damn it, man! Like, what's going to happen? Like, what is this? What's going to happen next? And I was really sad about it. And I wanted to know what's going to happen. So, when they announced that BlazBlue Central Fiction and BBTAG were going to roll back, I was like, okay, thank you. That's a good thing, because now people are getting more, the interest in BlazBlue is still here. That's a good thing. As long as the franchise is being kept, having interest kept in it, that's a good thing. Because after Cross-Tag Battle kind of just, came and went, after Cross-Tag Battle just kind of came and just stopped freaking updating it or talking about it, it's nice to see that, with rollback, people can play Central Fiction and Cross-Tag Battle forever, you know what I mean? And that's a good thing. I'm glad at least something came out of this, because honestly, it would have sucked if if BlazBlue just kind of went, quote unquote, silent for a while, and that would have been really depressing. So at least some good came out of it. And my overall thoughts and opinions on Alternative Dark War, I don't know what to think, mostly because I had no idea what the hell was going on in the story outside of the wiki, but I at least am glad it came out. I'm at least happy it came out. There's some just people who just talk about stuff and either never do it, or if they do it, it'll never come out due to development issues. So at least the game came out. At least it existed for 11 months. At least it actually came into being. And I would rather have that than not at all. And it sucks that I didn't get to play it much, but what I did play, I enjoyed it at least. I enjoyed it. It was nice being at least on those early days when everyone was playing it, so we can all collectively go what and go what together. All that shit. I'm gonna miss Alternative Dark War. I really am gonna miss this game because honestly, I feel like it could have ran at least maybe 2 more years because I mostly want to see it stick around to see what units were gonna come in. We still have plenty of our BlazBlue characters, and hell, this game could have gave birth to more original characters. Like hell, we still got Babel or Babel, whatever you want to call them. They're not playable units yet, which I feel like they should be at some point. Well, they would have been if they were, but whatever. There's nothing we can do about it now. Hell, it's still Terry Trinity, all that shit. She didn't get a chance to become playable in any form. Sucks, but what can we do? But yeah, I think that's all I really gotta say. It sucks that Alternative Dark War had to go down. It didn't even get to make it a whole year. That's the worst part about it. It didn't even get to make it the whole damn year. If honestly, if it would have made it just a year, I can understand. But it's just 11. By the time it hits on January 31st, it's just only been 11 months. 11 months. They can't even make it to a year. That's what sucks about it. But whatever. As a side note, BlazBlue Alternative Dark War, it sucks. But at least the series still has life left in it. At least it still has life in it. At least people still play Central Fiction online. When BBTAG will get its rollback, people can play BBTAG again. So it's not all bad. BlazBlue still has interest in it, and I'm at least happy for that. It's better than just having this franchise being in a lull period again. That's why I like seeing news on BlazBlue. And hey, who knows? Maybe this will give more incentive and more of a rise to make a new BlazBlue game. Whenever that's going to happen, I don't know. But I definitely would like to see it. So, yeah, that's everything I gotta say, everyone. I'm sorry if this video ran too long, if I stumbled my words. I apologize. It just happens to me. This is literally unscripted. It was just my thoughts and feelings and all that junk. So, I'll see you all next time. Without further ado, I'm gone. Gonna talk more about BlazBlue. Who knows? Maybe I want to talk. Maybe I'll talk about Alternative Dark War after it ends. Maybe I want to talk about what units I want to see in before when the game ends. Because there's some things I do want to talk about, and there's some videos I want to make after the end of this game, so I can actually talk about it, so I can actually freely talk about it without the game constantly updating and running, and who knows, maybe I may make some theory videos if I have to gather my information and my mind power to do all that shit. So yeah, I'm gonna see y'all next time. Peace, everyone. I'm gone. Goodbye. Have a great day.